What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing some Detroit Lions news. The Lions have released a player today, which I was kind of sad when I saw the news. Also, the NFL draft order and where the Lions are sitting and where they could be sitting after their final game versus the Minnesota Vikings. And finally, what about Urban Meyer? Have we got any more news? Let's get it started.
You know, I got to shout out DoseOfDion, man, because it was actually the first time I went live on YouTube. And, guys don't know DoseOfDion. He put out a lot of good content for the Detroit Lions.
Welcome, everybody, to another video. Glad you guys are here. And yes, we have some Detroit Lions news. I'm actually working on another video that will come out a little bit later. I decided to do this one first, and we're just going to pop right into it. Let's just dive right into it. Lions have released safety Jayron Kearse before his last game with the Detroit Lions. I didn't like to hear this. This got me a little bit sad. Okay, Jayron Kearse. I really like Jayron Kearse. This guy was pretty loud on social media, pretty active on social media. Jayron Kearse. I actually wanted to get a shirt of Jayron Kearse. You know, I wanted to get a cool one, but he has not been released from the Detroit Lions. So I guess it's a good thing I didn't get one because it's been kind of awkward right now. Now, he only did sign a one-year deal this offseason, and it was a pretty cheap deal. So it's not like the Lions are losing him for next season. He wasn't going to be here anyways. But it does kind of miss out on the opportunity of if they wanted to re-sign him, which I thought there would be that potential. I mean, we'll see what this offseason plays out like. We don't know who's going to be here, but to be honest with you, Jayron Kearse was probably our second best safety. In terms of grades, he had 59 total tackles. He basically became a full-time starter. He really helped us against tight ends. And with Tracy Walker, who struggled this year, playing a little bit out of position, and Will Harris as well struggling, Duron Harmon kind of slowed down near the end of the season, but, you know, Jayron Kearse wasn't great this year, but he was graded out better than Tracy Walker and Will Harris did. Plus, he ended up with 59 total tackles and 2 passes defended and a forced fumble on this season. I like Jayron Kearse, okay? I did like Jayron Kearse, but the Lions have released him now. They're probably thinking, what is the benefit of releasing him? Well, I think there's 2 benefits, one for him and one for the Lions. The first benefit for the Lions is that they will get to see some of their other guys in their final game. I guess, you know, we don't know who's going to be here next, so this is kind of an audition for the next head coach. But we could see some Bobby Price. Bobby Price, who was an undrafted free agent, who's kind of just played special teams. Maybe they'll get him on defense a little bit. He has pretty much the same size that Jayron Kearse does, and maybe he could play that position, but I think the Lions may want to get to see that. So I'm hoping we get to see Bobby Price on the field. If you're going to release Jayron Kearse, at least let me see some Bobby Price at a Norfolk State. We have a video on him if you want to check it out. Maybe see him a little bit on defense. That's what I'm hoping for. And for his side of things, now he has the opportunity to sign with someone if there is a team out there that wants him for their playoff run. So I guess, you know, he gets out, you know, he gets a chance to potentially go play in the playoffs for somebody, and we get to see the young guys. Either way, it must mean that the Lions, you know, either way, when you don't have a head coach, you don't have a GM, you don't know who's going to be brought back, what those guys want, what they're looking for in a player. So it makes it very difficult to decide whether or not the player is going to be brought back. So the Lions have just released him now. So I'm a little bit sad. You know, I hate to see it. I like Jayron Kearse. I thought he brought some good energy, and I thought, you know, he did some solid things for us, but he has been released, so that kind of stinks. We also have seen Marvin Hall released. So to me, it does make sense. As much as I hate it, it does make sense. Jayron Kearse wasn't playing absolutely lights out, right? He wasn't perfect, and it was like, we have to bring this guy back. And because of that, with Marvin Hall and with Jayron, neither of them being under contract, at this point, you got to look at the guys that are under contract, right? Like I said, this is a tryout for them, right? This is for the next guys to see what they can do on film before they get here, because really there's no advantage. You don't have anybody here to make that decision on if you're going to be Jayron or if you're going to bring a guy like Marvin Hall back. If you're not really sure what you're going to do with that because you don't know who the next head coach or GM is going to be, really giving them one more game makes no difference because they're going to walk anyways, right? So at least you get to see the young guys, the guys that are actually under contract, so they can make a decision on those players. And then if they really have to go out and they want to go get Jayron back, they want to go get Marvin Hall back, maybe you could trade for him, maybe you could find a way to get him picked up in free agency this offseason. Maybe, you know, maybe there's a way to do that. But I get it. I don't like to see it. I'm kind of sad, but I get it. I just hope we see some Bobby Price. And with moves like this, I mean, not a huge surprise, but it makes me believe that Darrell Bevell will not be here as our head coach next season. Probably won't be here at all. I don't really see him bumping down back to offense coordinator. Maybe if the next guy came in, he's like, please, I need you, then okay, maybe. But I don't really see him being here next year at this point. That's kind of how I'm looking at this. So, yeah, I mean, I guess this is what happens, right? When you have a complete mess, things like this happen. Now, when it comes to the draft order, which I'm sure a lot of people were coming for, the Lions currently sit with the 7th pick in the NFL draft right now. They jumped up from 11 to 7 after one weekend, and that's a pretty good spot for the Lions right now in terms of draft order. I mean, as the 3rd straight season, they will be in the top 10 if this stays. Number 7 is a pretty high pick for the Detroit Lions, and it could potentially jump all the way to number 3. Now, I see that as extremely unlikely. I don't think the Lions will honestly move up another spot, even with a loss. The reason I say that is because let's take a look. Number 6, you have the Philadelphia Eagles. They're playing the Washington football team. They're fighting for the divisional crown. Maybe this one is the upset. That could be the one where you get the upset where Philadelphia knocks them out. But after Philly losing to Dallas, I think this is one of those games where Washington's probably going to win this game. Then you have the Bengals at 5, who have won back-to-back games, but they're now playing the Ravens. I don't see them beating the Ravens. I know they beat Pittsburgh. I just don't see them beating the Ravens. Look, the Ravens are trying to get into the playoffs. The Browns just lost to the Jets. They're trying to jump in there, so I just don't see them losing that game. The Falcons, they play Tampa Bay. They sit at number 4. Again, Tampa Bay, they're kind of fighting in. Maybe Tampa Bay gets upset here. They beat us, so they're in the playoffs. And the Texans, finally, they are at the 3 pick, but I guess the Dolphins actually have this pick. But either way, it's the Texans here. And with the 3 pick, we have the Tennessee Titans. They're going to face the Tennessee Titans. So, again, another team that needs to win to get in because they got blown out by the Green Bay Packers. So, yeah, a lot of those teams are fighting for the playoffs, so I just don't see a lot of upsets coming. So, Lions may just sit at 7 even with a loss. Now, if the Lions win, they could hop back all the way to number 13, depending on how the other teams play. It's possible. I don't know if the Lions are going to win this weekend. I honestly am not going to bet on that. I wouldn't bet on the Lions winning this weekend. They have just looked really, really bad, and we don't know if Stafford's going to play anyways. So I really just don't see the Lions winning this weekend. But I'll keep an optimistic attitude. You know, I'm going to root for them as always. But if they lose, the good thing is the Lions will end up with another top 10 pick and probably a pretty good pick, which maybe could end up being a little appealing to some, you know, head coach candidates. I mean, we talked about Urban Meyer yesterday. Maybe if you have a higher pick, maybe he's like, okay, maybe this is interesting, because a mock today, interesting enough, had the Detroit Lions selecting Justin Fields at number 7. Justin Fields, Urban Meyer, right? There's a little bit of connection there. So what does this mean for the Lions taking a quarterback? Well, I think it means there's a better chance the Lions take a quarterback the higher up they go. I mean, I don't think it means it's a must and they have to, but I think there's a better chance. I mean, if you look at it right now, right, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're going to take Trevor Lawrence. So let's just say it stays like it is. The New York Jets, they have Sam Darnold. They could, they may not take a quarterback. I don't know. I mean, that could be Zach Wilson. That could be Justin Fields. I'm not sure. Then you have Miami, who would have the 3rd pick. They don't need a quarterback. They have Tua. The 4th pick is Atlanta. They may go quarterback, right? They have Matt Ryan. They may not. Number 5, you have Cincinnati. They have Joe Burrow. They're not going to mess with that. Number 6, Jalen Hurts. I don't think they're going to mess with that. So the Lions could be looking at a quarterback here. Maybe not. But I think the higher up they are, the more it adds to, if they wanted to go to a quarterback, they would definitely have a solid look at one. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we're seeing right now with the draft order, and it could help out if there's some head coach candidates out there that think, well, you know what, I kind of want a better pick than number 11. Well, if you're sitting at number 7, maybe even higher, that could draw some interest for sure, okay? Because the Lions don't have a lot of interesting things going on right now, but the higher the draft pick, probably the better, I would assume. And with Urban Meyer, really no new news here, but it is still news, so it's still out there, right? It's legit that he will decide within the week whether or not he will want to try to coach in the NFL. That doesn't mean he'll coach with us, but it could mean anywhere. But he'll decide that within the week. That's what the report was, so we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see what he decides to do. But either way, man, that's where we're sitting. Wish Jayron Kearse the best of luck. Hopefully he finds a team. I hope Jayron finds a team, finds a contender, slips in there, gives them a little help on special teams, maybe some defense, whatever they need, and maybe he'll go win a Super Bowl. Maybe he'll go win a ring, okay? And I don't know. Maybe he could say it's partially the Lions ring as well because we helped him get there. I don't know. Either way, you take it, right? Good luck to Jayron Kearse. We'll see what the end of the draft order ends up looking like. I have another video coming out later, and then the Pistons play tonight, so I'll see you there. And remember, thoughts, comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'm out. Are you kidding me right now? I had to put my helmet on for this one. Are you kidding? Look at this. Look at all these members. What? Yo, hey, shout out to all the members, man. Look how many All-Pro members there are. Like, literally, it's the whole screen, dog. This is crazy. The patrons, of course, the Hall of Fame members, man. Y'all got the gold color. It's kind of yellow, but it's supposed to be gold. Shout out to all the members, man. If you want to be a part of this, all you got to do is join the channel. But there are perks that come with it. Stay locked in the community tab if you are a member, because that's where a lot of information comes out. I appreciate all of you. What?